If you have ever felt completely stuck, like your motivation just suddenly vanished, listen to me right now. You are not lazy, and you are not broken. You know that crushing feeling, right? You wake up in the morning looking at all the tasks you need to do. You feel a massive physical weight holding you down against the mattress. That is not a conscious choice. It is a very real physical reaction. It is that insane frustration when your own mind is filled with impenetrable fog. Even the smallest, simplest tasks end up feeling completely impossible to tackle. And then the guilt kicks in, with an internal voice nagging, "Why can't you just do it?" What you are experiencing right now is not some personal failure or lack of willpower. It is a real biological state occurring inside your brain's neural networks. It has a specific root cause, and I promise you there is a way to fix it. In this video, we are going to unlock the exact brain science behind your lost motivation and give you the ultimate practical toolkit to get your drive back permanently. So, what is actually happening in your brain when your motivation completely dies? To put it simply, your brain has slammed on the emergency brake. This is not a mistake. Your brain is desperately trying to protect you. This whole shutdown is directly linked to burnout, which has measurable biological effects. Burnout isn't just a trendy word for feeling tired. It is a state caused by relentless high-level stress. Imagine flooring a car in its highest gear nonstop for months without ever refueling. That is exactly what you are forcing your brain to do every single day. This chronic overwork literally leads to documented changes in your brain's physical structure. The first major area affected is your prefrontal cortex, or PFC. Located right behind your forehead, this area acts as the high-powered CEO of your brain. It manages all your planning, complex decision-making, and conscious focus. However, the PFC is extremely sensitive to stress hormones, particularly cortisol. When you are constantly overwhelmed, your entire body is flooded with this hormone. This overload actively weakens neural connections and shuts down its processing power. It is like trying to run brand new complex software on an old computer with zero available RAM. The system lags, slows down to a crawl, and eventually just freezes entirely. That foggy mental state where you literally cannot think or plan? That is your PFC running on empty. And while your PFC gets weaker, another primitive region gets far louder: the amygdala. The amygdala is your brain's fire alarm system, built solely to scan for potential threats. Under normal conditions, this system is life-saving and keeps you safe from real danger. But persistent stress makes the amygdala hyper-reactive and physically enlarged. This programs your brain to perceive danger in almost every mundane situation. Your fire alarm becomes so sensitive that an unread email or simple task list triggers panic. Your brain gets trapped in a 24/7 state of high alert, which is utterly exhausting. It is like a smoke detector blaring continuously even when there is no smoke or fire. That constant anxiety and feeling crushed by everyday life? That is your overactive amygdala talking. This prolonged burnout state creates another massive problem. It disrupts your reward system. This brings us directly to dopamine. Many call it the pleasure chemical, but that is inaccurate. Dopamine is actually the motivation chemical. It drives the pursuit of goals. It is not about the reward itself, but the intense push that makes you go out and chase it. When burnout hits, these reward pathways wither and lose their power. Activities that used to feel exciting or rewarding suddenly feel completely dull. Again, you are not lazy. Your brain altered the chemical map linking effort to reward. Beyond burnout, there is another hidden force holding you back: fear of change. Your brain evolved to predict outcomes. It craves certainty because certainty means survival. Even if being stuck feels miserable, it represents a safe, familiar pattern to your brain. Trying something new, a new project, habit, or goal, introduces massive uncertainty. Your amygdala interprets this uncertainty as a direct threat, triggering physical panic. It responds to the fear of failure with the exact same intensity as a physical attack. This creates an intense inner paradox that traps you in place. You want to escape the misery, yet your subconscious fights to keep you in familiar ground. This internal tug-of-war is draining, leaving you completely paralyzed despite wanting change. If this resonates with you, please smash that like button right now to help share this message. Drop a comment sharing what stuck feels like for you. Reading them proves you are not alone. Now that we understand the brain science, let's explore the practical solutions. How do we lift this emergency state without forcing ourselves into further distress? Trying to force willpower will backfire because the brain views force as another threat. We must work in harmony with our natural neurobiology. Tool number 1, break inertia with micro-actions. The goal isn't climbing the entire mountain today, it's proving one small step is safe. Use the 2-minute rule. Commit to performing a tiny version of a task for just 2 minutes. Read a whole book becomes read just one single page. Clean the kitchen becomes put one dish away. Go do an intense workout becomes put on your running shoes. An action this small slips completely under your amygdala's threat radar. Completing it triggers a tiny dopamine hit, building momentum step by step. You begin retraining your brain to associate action with positive reward again. Tool number 2, change your physical state to change your mind. You cannot simply think your way out of a bodily feeling of paralysis. You must shift your physical state first before mental clarity can return. Stand up and stretch your limbs for just 30 seconds. Walk to the far side of the room and come back. Step outside and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Put on a single energetic song and focus completely on listening. Sensory changes interrupt repetitive mental thought loops almost instantly. Physical motion boosts oxygenated blood flow to the brain, restoring executive function. It acts as a pattern interrupt, giving your nervous system time to reset. Tool number 3, externalize your brain to reduce cognitive load. When stress overloads your prefrontal cortex, short-term working memory suffers severely. Holding every task and worry in your head is like carrying water in bare hands. The solution is to unload everything onto paper, a complete brain dump. Write down every single obligation, worry, and idea without worrying about order. This simple exercise instantly lifts cognitive load off your struggling PFC. The chaotic mental storm becomes a manageable, concrete list right in front of you. Then simply ask, what is the absolute easiest single item I can complete right now? Execute that one micro task, then take a breather. Tool number 4, reconnect deeply with your intrinsic why. Motivation naturally dies if it lacks meaningful underlying purpose. Burnout causes deep detachment, making you forget why you originally started. Forcing yourself through seemingly pointless chores will only compound your exhaustion. Ask yourself, forgetting expectations, what is one small thing that feels genuinely interesting today? Or for a stuck project, which specific aspect of this did I once enjoy? This simple reflection reactivates intrinsic neural pathways linked to purpose. It reminds your internal reward system what it is actually striving toward. Reconnecting with your core why gives you the spark needed to move forward. Remember, feeling stuck, unmotivated, and foggy is a biological state, not a character flaw. Your prefrontal cortex was fatigued, your amygdala panicked, and dopamine lagged. Your brain was simply trying to shield you from overload using primitive defenses. You are not broken, and you are never truly powerless to recover. Break the cycle using smart strategy and self-compassion rather than harsh force. Take micro-actions, alter your physical state, clear mental clutter, and reconnect with purpose. This is a thoughtful recovery mission, not a stressful high-speed race. Be patient and kind to yourself throughout this reset process. The inner drive you thought was gone forever is still inside you. It is simply waiting for you to construct a safe environment to reboot. You now possess the exact blueprint to take back control of your mind. Thank you for spending time today learning about the remarkable biology of your brain. By simply watching this video, you have already taken the crucial first step toward recovery. If this brought you clarity, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more neuroscience insights. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below sharing your journey. Thank you for watching, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the very next video.